it's you. Come on in and join us.
And take me to church with Ariana and Evans.
It's a Christmas morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays,
we are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, y'all, come on in. Your chair is always open. Thank you for finding our little barbershop. If you happen to be here during one of the live premieres, why, come on in the live chat, meet the Whiff Pack, a cool group of folks from all over the world hanging out, and they'd love to meet you, too.
They would. And for our mention today, we would like to show you the skin food that they have over at aegrooming.com. It is super dense and nourishing during the winter season.
From the sales page at AE Grooming, our Nourishing Cream was developed to moisturize, protect, and heal. This is a product the whole family can enjoy. Men can use this as an aftershave balm, as this is amazing for the face. Women will also love this moisturizing cream for all over body protection from the elements. Although this is a luxury product, the value is unmistakable, as this will last a very long time due to our product not being watered down. This highly concentrated cream requires very little to be applied to realize the skin benefits you'd expect from Ariana and Evans.
It's true. The first time I definitely used too much. I had to do my face, my arms. So, note to self, just a little.
And y'all clocking in at less than $20. This strikes me as something that would last like a year. Awesome stuff. And what is our soap today?
Our soap today is Cathedral, which was actually inspired by Westminster Abbey.
And Peter himself is here to talk about it for us. Y'all, let's meet the soap. Y'all, welcome into the barbershop, Elaine Stritch from Broadway's Sail Away. She was out back washing the bus. And y'all, please welcome in a very special guest today and friend of the show, the creator of this soap and the owner and proprietor of Ariana and Evans, Mr. Peter Chakalis.
Hey, Marcus and Sarah, how are you? So the story behind Cathedral. So, really the inspiration was the coronation of King Charles at Westminster Abbey. So I was really fascinated with, this whole thing. And mainly because, I worked for a software development company based in Harrow, just outside of London. And, for 17 years, I would visit, the UK, 3-4 times a year. So very familiar with London, the UK, a lot of friends still over there. So I was just, interested in this whole thing. So originally I was going to so anyway, that's what the inspiration was. Westminster Abbey. So I wanted to kind of create the essence of what it would smell like, there. They all very, very, very old cathedral. So, I was going to originally call the soap Coronation, but then I decided, after a year or so, no one's going to care about the coronation. Probably no one really cared anyway. So, I ended up deciding to change it to Cathedral. And, so that was the inspiration. And the inspiration is really Westminster Abbey and just an old scent, of a cathedral. So, that's the story. All right. Take care, guys.
And I am so excited to see where the nose of Peter Chakalis is going to take frankincense and myrrh for us with this little adventure. Let's unbox it. Is this the last one?
This is the last one. It's been waiting.
Box, and there's one Lone Ranger still waiting for us to get.
And
there it is. Here's the splash. Oh, this comes well protected.
It does. You might have to beat that one open here. Oh, this one too.
Ah, there it is. Y'all
Double
sealed
wrap.
for your protection. I love these bottles.
Ooh, it's nice black and white. Look at those stained glass windows.
And just in time for the reopening of Notre Dame in Paris.
There you go.
Very
Perfect
cool.
timing.
Cathedrals everywhere.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Let's have our first impression. All right, y'all. She is in far deeper state of grace than I am, so she's going to go first, and I will ask some questions.
Okay, I am curious to see what Cathedral smells like, because I think when I first was trying to figure out what frankincense and myrrh was, I thought it was going to be much more of an incensey kind of churchy vibe, but it's not. It's a lighter, brighter, woodsy, kind of citrusy almost thing.
We are both Catholics. We have spent our share of time in cathedrals and churches. We know those incenses. We know those deeper smells. So I wonder what might be hiding in here, because this is based on an Anglican church, and we go to Catholic church. I'm not sure if they smell the same. We're about to find out.
We are about to find out.
Here we go.
Watch it not be any of those things.
Mysteries
I don't know.
and wonders.
It is nice to be taken to church before Christmas. I feel like we all need this a little bit right now.
Love it.
Okay.
Do you smell King Charles? What are you getting?
I kind of do. I'm not going to lie.
Nice.
There is a little masculine-y, like, herby kind of cologne-y thing at the end. But initially going in there, I don't know how, but I feel like I just had a trip to the UK. There's something, not like a green Irish tweed, but there's something about like a green, woodsy, like cold, wet, Englandish kind of vibe.
Hold on. I thought this was going to be a little bit more like our traditional stereotypical Catholic church smell. No?
No, there's other things happening here.
Whoa.
But it's wet. Like I picture it's rainy, it's cold. It's somehow got that vibe. There's a potent herb of some sort. Not as incense forward as I was kind of thinking it could be, but there is something very sophisticated going on here.
Sorry, Lee. It's sophisticated.
It is. I feel like we are in presence of some royalty. We got to behave in church today. Let me just say. I can feel the depth of the room somehow with the marble around. Like if someone were to sneeze or cough, like it would echo. You know, it got that happening.
I actually have a reverb program that captures the impulse response of famous places. This is what my voice sounds like in Notre Dame Cathedral. Oh, Danny boy.
Like if you could have a rose petal be black, like there's something that happened to the rose in there.
Really?
I think it is. It's some sort of fancy floral if it's not a rose. It's close.
I'd be a little remiss to not ask, is there sort of a haunted mansion vibe going on in this? Because when I hear black roses, that's kind of where my brain goes.
No, but there's something about the age and the heritage and like the customs that come along with that I think that's why it's coming across the way it is.
The pomp and circumstance, perhaps.
Yes, exactly.
Right. Well, interesting, because Peter said it was an homage to a coronation, not necessarily the building. And talk about pomp and circumstance. That's where they invented it.
There's a mystery scent in here. It's something along the lines of an oud or a civet or a mousse de saxe, like that deeper, darker, earthier something happening. But it has a pretty note at the end.
Right.
So something happened to it.
Hold on. Is it sweet?
I don't know if I would use the word sweet, but I would say it's pretty or elegant somehow.
Pretty elegant.
I feel like if my Grandma Vincent could smell this, she would want to rock this every day.
Really?
There's something in it that just has that presence of taking over the room, of like the royalty, the command, whatever she says goes. I feel like she'd be all about this. And she was the one that was the hardcore Catholic. In the church every week. She went and did her rosary. It was a thing.
And not long after she passed, we went to St. John's and we sat in her chair and we noticed this. Apparently, they pieced together the official nativity set that sat in the middle of its church. Y'all, if you are not a little bit threatened by the size of this Jesus, you should be. I could not stop laughing, and the priest got mad.
Church giggles were hard.
Compared to those wise men's, that's a 400-pound infant. They say Mary was a miracle worker. Well...
I think you got to get your nose in here. It's time to go to church.
I am ready to confess. All right, I'm taking this
all
in.
the sins. All of them.
I love your description because I now know I have to shake the Etch-a-Sketch and not come at this with any expectations, which I think is an important rule in the wet shaving world already.
I tried not to look at that list. I know you were just like, we need to get Cathedral. I'm like, sure, that's kind of going to work for the holiday, more
I
holy
went
part.
book by its cover for this 100%. Look at this. Does that not scream Christmas to a Catholic? All right, here we go. I'm taking this.
Christmas Eve Mass, Midnight Mass.
Oh, it's so real. It's so very real. I am whisked away to this place, y'all. Here's what I love about this. There's about 6 scent notes in here in the dead center that I can absolutely identify, and not a single one of them on their own would be all that pleasant. But here's what amazing perfumers do. Peter's gone in and taken all 6 of those and figured out how to carve each one out like a puzzle piece. So this one connects to this one. Those 2 connect to this one. This one connects to these 2. And then you can step back and see the picture that's forming. The picture is beautiful. That's what I love best, because those 6 things on their own wouldn't be at all. You put them together and you have something magical and beautiful and charming, not too sweet, absolutely churchy. But again, the scent of tradition, the scent of time, the scent of pomp and circumstance, maybe the scent of a bunch of dudes that have all spent the morning at Taylor of Old Bond Street and all dappered up for this ceremony. And the scent of a floral perfume that the queen herself might have worn above the top of all of it. Something carnation-y, something white, something small and floral. Y'all, sometimes the masterpieces jump out at me because they don't fill any of my expectations, not a single one. And yet they come up with a better idea from the ground up of what I could have ever imagined it to be in the first place. I am so glad this isn't the incense that I have at church. You know, your dress is great, Father, but your purse is on fire. That incense, because I know what that smells like. We live next door to a church. I can go smell it anytime I want. Not this. And now I wonder if the Episcopals have something figured out that we don't.
Is regal a good word? Now that I've been sitting here, I'm trying to think.
It's the Regal Beagle. And you know what I love? Equal parts pomp and circumstance and comfort and home and familiar. Well, kind of like a church should be, because it's kind of like your second home, but at the same time, it's where you get dressed up. It's where you go to revere your Lord and Savior kind of a thing. That is all wrapped up in this.
It is. I don't know how, but like, I get it. The label makes complete sense.
Wow. And you know, look, as a funeral director, I've been in every church in the East Bay.
True.
Greek Orthodox, Russian, Scientology. At the advice of my attorney, I'd like to retract my former statement. Lutheran, Methodist, Baptist, I have smelled every kind of incensey church imaginable, and this isn't any of it. This goes deeper, this goes wider. This is perfumed. This is an artist. This is a vibe. This is a drawing of a beautiful church, and not necessarily a realistic one, a charcoal one.
Like, that's what I think I could try and imagine it would be like to go to Westminster Abbey. I've never been there, but you know, that vibe is just there. Like, even in the show The Crown, when it's her final, like, it shows her going out the back door.
That last scene of The Crown, y'all, are you kidding me?
It's in here.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but if I could put scent to that scene, it's here.
Do you get the little bit of the Queen's perfume in that?
Yes, that's what I meant by the floral, kind of like the rose or something. That elegance is in there. And it's so undeniable. I know it might have been the King's coronation, but there's still a lot of Queen happening in here.
Well, he has his consort, Camilla.
I'm trying to think of where I would wear this. I'm thoroughly enjoying smelling this.
Right.
But like in my day-to-day, I feel like if I had to get dolled up and be like in my finest attire, you know, fur coat action, it'd be a thing.
Could you wear this to church?
Yes, but I feel like it has to be a dressed up occasion.
Right.
Not just the every Sunday.
And that speaks to the pomp and circumstance.
Yeah.
Something important is happening. And if you're going to dress up for the eye, why don't we dress up for the nose? Could this be an olfactory version of a beautifully tailored pinstripe suit?
Yes, it can. Because I picture the gals that have the matching hat with the little face cover. The whole, everything's matching. Like, there is thought to this outfit.
The hat! All right, y'all, I would like to know what readings are going to be spoken, and I would like to know what songs we're going to do. Can I please see the scent notes? Back to the sales page at aegrooming.com.
Wow. Okay, first one, blood orange.
Y'all, we have been sham-wowzled at what orange is doing in a lot of our Christmas scents. There is something mysterious in the orange scent. They even say if you lose your sense of scent because of COVID, take an orange peel, char it with a lighter, and inhale it deeply, and you get your sense of smell back. I love that it is starting there and then diving down.
But it is a blood orange.
Right.
I think that's what makes it a little more sneaky.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
And then that goes directly into this next one, Lily of the Valley.
That's the floral, the Queen's cologne. I love it. It's beautiful the way it sits. It's almost a sense of a carnation for me.
Right? No, I'm with you. And then, Okay, we do have frankincense and myrrh. I forgot about that.
There we go,
Notice
sitting
our
right in
little
the middle.
our little friends here bringing the
Love
things.
that.
You know?
And it is not in any of the way we've experienced this before. I'm getting more of the earthier, spicier senses of it in this.
I almost like the lighter woodsy side. Like that's what showed me like the marble on the walls.
Right. And then smoke, but I don't get incense. How do you get the smoke?
Interesting. I think you're right. It's not the smoke that makes me want to cough.
Right.
Does that make sense? It's like that comforting side of just the graying part of the smoke wearing off.
It's almost like the haze in church somehow
Yeah.
after the service is over. It's not the incense. It's like a bunch of stuff kind of mixed together.
Then we have vanilla, so just enough to keep it a little more gentle, I think, with the smokiness. But then Cambodian oud. Is that what I was getting?
And I think there's a reason those two are listed together. Imagine a beautiful spicy oud sweetened ever so delicately with a touch of vanilla. That's what I'm getting. And then rounded out by
sandalwood, mahogany, benzoin, labdanum, and patchouli.
Whenever you see benzoin and labdanum together, good things are going to happen. And the patchouli in this is masterful, y'all. It's delicate. If you went to San Francisco State with me in the 90s, it's not that patchouli. It's just a whisper of it. It's just an echo of it to keep things grounded in a spice without having to go so deep that it becomes something sweet.
I think we just got to lather this because this magic that's happening right here, I can't even imagine what it's going to be like in the bowl.
It might start to smoke, but we'll find out when we do it. All right, y'all. So this is my brand new Captain's Choice Copper Bowl, now available in the polished colorway. And I love this thing, y'all. It's already getting a little bit of patina on it, so I get to shine it up every couple of months. These are our bougie sticks from Amazon.com, so we don't contaminate the soap. I'm just going to smush the soap into the ridges of the bowl like I was trying to grind chocolate into carpet, so I can't get it out again. And then this is our retro AE shaving brush, a gift from Peter and Talia from Ariana and Evans, and it is one of our favorite shaving brushes. We're going to just do the vertical bloom here at the Barbershop Duet. This is how we do our lathers. A good 17, 18 pumps of the bougie sprayer into the bowl. And we're just going to let that blooming water start to wet these bristles and start to pull that soap onto the brush itself. Go forwards, go backwards, and then turn the brush in your hands a quarter turn. Gives those bristles a new orientation to come at that soap. Now, it's going to be a little bit wet, but we're also trying a new technique here from Craig at Opus Brush where we do not pre-soak this brush. I know, but watch.
And this is our Ultima Base in action.
Right. And just about the time you got about 20% of the soap left in those ridges on the top of the bowl, then take all of those beautiful soapy bristles and dive them down into the water, soak it all up, go nice and slow. This part's a little dangerous for the dog. And y'all, brothers and sisters, you now have the beginnings of the best face lather of your life or leg lather that the world has ever seen. Or you can just come back here to the bowl like we do and start to build it here. And those bubbles will start getting smaller and smaller and smaller. If they start too big, put in less water next time.
Oh, things are happening over here, y'all.
Y'all, there is a phenomenal soapy sense coming out of the middle of this that is permeating into all the notes and turning them into sort of a cologne sense for me. This is outrageous. Hold on, I want you to smell this.
Okay.
Y'all, this is something you will only find here on the Barbershop Duet. This is the Midnight Mass whip on 3. 1, 2. Wait till you smell this. Y'all, it's less sweet, it's more real, it's more cologne-y, it's
like
more
it rounded
dapper,
out the
it's
edges
more masculine, and it's somehow brighter in the balance. Are you sensing that?
I think I would agree.
This church is not dark.
I don't know if it's the blood orange, the lily of the valley, the frankincense and myrrh. Like that half is keeping it lighter. And then the other half is where like the character of the space really kicks in.
Wow, that lily of the valley is doing insane things.
It is.
And then smell that with the mahogany.
I think both of those somehow are through the whiff throughout.
Right.
I don't know how it's just those two, but that really sets them apart from anything we have in our den.
Absolutely. And then just enough vanilla for you to start to recognize the character, but not enough to invade any of these other scent notes. And that Cambodian oud, the way it is sitting in this character, just adds to the smokiness of it, adds to the richness of it without diving you down into some of the traditional oudy places.
Right? Like, I really do feel like if I had to get all dressed up for some sort of like graduation, church vibe, some ceremony for awards or something, this could be the scent you rock for that.
The way the frankincense and myrrh are binding with the florals and the patchouli. Yeah.
It's an adventure,
this
man.
is not a church scent. This is an adventure scent. And I want you to see if you can sense a musk in this. I think that's part of the glory. I think that's how it's giving me the sense of church. I think there's a beautiful, almost clean laundry musk going on under the surface of all of this.
I think the benzoin and labdanum patchouli part
Right.
is some kind of a secret. Almost, it's nothing like a barbershop, but that crisp, clean, like you could have been to the barbershop earlier and then added your cologne or something on top.
Crisp and clean are great words for this. But like you said, let's go back to this. Kind of in a foggy way.
Yeah.
You know how you said this cathedral was on a rainy day?
Mm-hmm. Somehow.
Absolutely. And y'all, if you have smelled Barbershop from Razor Emporium, down as a barbershop on a rainy, cloudy afternoon, this is bringing in those same things without any kind of petrichor. Get that out of your head. This is doing it with the softer, more beautiful parts of those smells.
It's actually super fitting because today it's pouring rain outside. Like, I feel like this is the perfect scent to be having right in front of us.
And y'all, when we do watch our Sinatra Lennon, while we don't do shaving here on the Barbershop Duet, we do like to see how that lather coats his face. So I just want you to see this real quick. Here, look at this. I'm just going to put
It's like
one
whiteout.
coat on like that. Look at that. And I look like Frosty the frickin' Snowman.
Oh, this brush does feel lovely. I do want to mention that
this,
as well.
yeah.
And this Ultima base just adds to the elegance, I have to say.
It is aptly named. And y'all, if you did spend years and years and years going to church, there are days when you go to church and you're looking for comfort. But there are days when you go to church and you just feel thankful. You feel thankful for your gifts. You feel thankful for your family. You feel thankful for your pets. You go to be grateful. That is the scent that this is holding for me.
And there's something about the scent that helps you like realign yourself. Like, you know, your Sunday mass, just get your head back on straight, get everything, you know, okay, I feel like I can conquer the next week.
Which
It's
is
in
what
here.
church is supposed to do in the first place. The last time I saw Westminster Abbey on TV, they were putting Elizabeth down in the basement. Y'all, maybe we should take this a little deeper. Look at the crown on the lid, y'all.
I'm sure that was on purpose, right?
Holy attention. Okay, here we go.
Magic is happening.
Oh, you're going to like this, man.
I am?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Lenny, we may spill it on the
Oh,
dog.
I
Watch
love it
out.
when it's a little cloudy, too. You can see all the skin food going on there.
Oh, I think I'm getting more blood orange right away.
The blood orange, the wood, and the florals are
And
the
the
stars of
smokiness
it.
kicks in.
Oh, yes, underneath
Mahogany.
all of it. I love it, and I love it starts at the top notes and trickles down into the smoke. Beautiful.
How is it so much lighter?
I know, and more bright.
Yes. Like this could be a daytime mass. From the puck, I
Right.
was thinking it'd be nighttime mass. This oud thing happening too
I know.
is like a fine perfumer's oud. There's something different, magical. I don't know. Maybe it's the frankincense and myrrh mixing in. It's something fancy.
It's helping you discover a lot of these other scent notes, too, in a different
Right?
way. The frankincense, the myrrh, the labdanum, when it combines with the oud, let's not even talk about what the patchouli's doing in the basement.
Like, I really just feel like I immediately was dolled up and I got my pearls on.
Right.
Like, I am fancy right now.
You know how when you go to McDonald's and then you go home and you take a shower and you put on some cologne and you go back out and somebody goes, "Did you eat at McDonald's?" This is the opposite. This smells like you have been somewhere really important where something awesome has happened and maybe you got a little plaque for it and you were going to smell like that for the rest of the day. That's the sense this gives me.
I feel like if we were going to go somewhere that had like a 4-course meal,
Right.
and you had to dress up to the nines, you got to put the napkin on your lap, you got to do all the things, this is what you want to be wearing.
Well, and funny, that would put it in the crowd pleaser lane. Although you rarely see things like frankincense, myrrh, smoke, labdanum, patchouli in the crowd pleaser
Right.
lane. But remember the story about those 2 nuns that I just about converted to another religion because of my eternity dupe? This is the opposite. Absolutely crowd pleasing without many traditional crowd pleasing notes inside. And I think that's part of its secret.
And it is a secretive scent, but I feel like even if someone were to smell you walking by with this,
Right.
they would feel like you came from somewhere that cleansed your soul somehow.
Oh, see, that's why she's here. So it's pretty simple. Y'all just be Sister Teresa setting up for midnight mass at St. John's Church. She's going to put out the whole nativity, get it all just right, and when she can only find the enormous baby Jesus, and she says, "We're not going to use this, are we?" Well, we're all going to get our own. So head over to aegrooming.com or shavingshopclub.com to find this and a bunch of other stuff I want.
All right, y'all, I am back from my shave with Cathedral, and I have to say the lily of the valley in this is quite magical. I can feel it blooming. Oh, hi, friend. Are you helping? Thank you. I could smell it blooming next to me while I was taking a bath. It just kept permeating through the bathroom. And by the end, I felt like I had a luxurious lather. The Ultimate base is super, super safe. And I will definitely be back to use this again when I want to feel all dolled up and nice and fancy. Thank you.
Welcome to Messages.
So, for our December giveaway, we wanted to give you a chance to win a full-size soap of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, our collab we have going with Adopted Acres.
Hey, y'all, and all you have to do to be eligible for this giveaway is send us an email here to WeSentYou at thebarbershopduet.com so that we can get back to you. It's the only way we communicate about our giveaways. And then check back here on January 1st when we have our Alexa help us choose our lucky winner on the show.
Best of luck. So, the opposite side of the spectrum for the holiday fun. We want to make sure to remind you that on December 23rd, we are going live with Santa himself on Instagram in the barbershop.
Yeah, y'all, he's agreed to join us. And if you would like to be there, you get to hear him have his first impression of our The Night Before Christmas collab with Adopted Acres. And then for the whole second half of the show, we're just going to invite all the boys and girls in the wet shaving world to come on and tell Santa Claus what they'd like for Christmas. Y'all, it's something that was born of an idea that one of our local DJs would do every Christmas morning here in the Bay Area, so I thought, what a cool thing. Let's invite Santa to our barbershop and hear what all these awesome little ones want for Christmas.
It just really puts you in the full perspective of the holiday and everything that's going on, from going to evening mass to having that special moment with the little kids getting to open their presents under the tree. It really helps kind of round out the holiday for us.
And Peter and Talia and your whole family and everyone at Ariana and Evans, thank you for sending these out for free to review and believing in our little show. It really does mean the world to us.
It really does. We are super grateful. And every time we look at our den, we have our Ariana and Evans cabinet, and they are wonderful friends hanging out in there for us to see.
Thank you for being on the show today, Peter. It's extra special when the artisan himself gets to introduce the soap. You all have a very Merry Christmas, and we so look forward to our A&E adventures after the first of the year.
We do. Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.